Hi guys, and welcome back to Luminous Life. I'm Lamia. Today I have for you the reading for the full moon in Leo, which is happening on the Wednesday, 16th of February 2022. So let's see what we have in store for this full moon. What are the messages that we need to receive? This moon, I already know, is a very expansive, radiant moon. There's a lot of energy that's about creativity and being seen and stepping into our power and stepping into our ability to create. All those things that have been stalled, those have been stuck, are all now starting to see this forward movement. So take a moment to just close your eyes and take a couple of breaths and just tune into yourself. And in your mind, you can pick a number 1, 2, or 3. Or you can just say, tell me all that is relevant to me for today or for this moon. Alrighty, so the first card that we have is fertility. I think this is an ideal card for what I was saying in the beginning that this moon is about. This moon is a very positive full moon. Even though full moons are about looking at the darker aspects within ourselves and releasing things that don't serve us, this moon is really bringing the energy of forward movement. As you can see in the card as well, there's a lot of emphasis on the heart chakra, on creating what your heart desires. And to me, this is very linked to our sacral chakra, to our creative center, and linking what we want to create in the heart space with what our ability to create is naturally, which each one of us is innately gifted with, and then the ability, the power to tap into what it needs to bring this into the real world, into the physical world. And fertility is a card that expresses to us deeply that we are in a position where there is a fertile ground. What you have been wanting to sow or what you have been putting off for too long is now, this is the most fertile time for you to sow that seed, and you can kind of make a plan for the next 6 months or the new moon 6 months from now, and that is really the time when your projects will come together. On the flip side, it can also indicate anything that you sowed 6 months ago in the new moon, and that's going to be now ready for you to harvest with this full moon. So if there's anything that you had 6 months ago thought that you want to create, or there was a certain project, a certain anticipated legal situation that was starting 6 months ago, now you will really start to see that moving forward, and sort of a time for you to harvest the good that is awaiting you, that is ready to come to you. The next card is deception and envy. I think this is a really interesting card to show up in this reading, because this card to me is always about it's better to be safe than sorry. So while there's this really strong energy of you can be anything you want to be, you can be whoever you want to be, and that, very strong Leo-esque energy, I think there is still a kind of a warning that it's best to read between the lines, to read the fine print, to not trust someone too easily. Even though things are seeming like they're going in your favor, it might be key for you to still pay attention to finer details. And especially in businesses, especially in collaborations, because now is a time that feels highly collaborative. And this can also be indicating that if you're collaborating with someone, that person may be operating from their own insecurities, because deception and envy is not a bad thing. It's just another facet of the ego, the aspect of ourselves that feels small, that feels like someone has more than us, greater than us, and someone who may not be giving us the credit that we deserve because of the deception and envy that they feel within their hearts. So it's a good card reminding us to stay grounded, to have our feet on the earth, and while we have our eyes on the horizon, you still got to have your feet firmly placed on the earth. Now, for people who picked card number 2, this is not to scare you, but this might just be the universe telling you that just don't be too la-di-da about things while you are thinking about your bigger projects, while you're thinking about all those things that you've been wanting to do that you haven't been able to do because of the times we've been in for the last couple of years. This is kind of indicating that still keep your eyes wide open. Okay, and the third card is victory and success. So card number 3, I think this is just really the general energy of this moon. This is a very victorious moon. There is an element of success, and as I'm saying, I'm getting creativity again and again. There is a strong influence of what your creative will is in the world. So especially for people who are going forward in creative endeavors, people who are going forward towards anything that they've been wanting to create for a long time, and this can be anything from writing a book to curating a show to whatever. This is a great time, and you will find success and you will be victorious whatever you put your mind to. And if you've been uncertain about something, this card is also reminding you that don't worry, this is a good time for you to go forward in whatever direction that you're choosing to go in, because this is a very supportive time from the universe, a very conducive, apt time from the universe for you to move forward. And I think this is also a card reminding us that some of us really need to give ourselves more credit than we give ourselves. So in some of your cases, it might be that you have been playing small, you've not given yourself the chance to stand in the limelight, you've not given yourself the chance to really say, hey, this is what my worth is, I deserve this, because this I deserve it is a very strong theme with this moon as well. So if you have been kind of standing in the shadows and kind of playing small and not being able to take center stage, now the Leo energy of this moon is saying, come stand in the center and really feel proud of yourself. And I picked a card that was about a general reading for this full moon, because for me this full moon has been all about the expansion of light, and the card that I picked was light. So I think this is just such a good validation, such a a high five from the universe, telling me and telling us that we are in the right direction. There is a lot of inflow of light coming at this time. This could mean for some people headaches, so stay hydrated, because whenever there's an influx of light coming from the universe, it's infusing light into our bodies and moving that density and stuck energy. It's infusing light into our life and moving that dense and stuck energy. So it's the same thing when things were feeling stuck and slowed. Now is the time for forward movement in the external world, but in the internal world, it's the same. So great reminder to stay hydrated, to make sure you meditate and kind of moon bathe and sunbathe and stay connected to all elements of light in our natural world. And I think this is a very let there be light. This is your time to shine in the light. So all of what has come up is a fertility, when there's deception, to know your worth, know your light. And the victory and success is about really, grabbing it and kind of saying, owning your light, almost owning your light, being like, this is what I deserve. I deserve better than this, and really tapping into the ultimate version of what that light means for you. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in 2 weeks for the new moon with my next reading. Please comment, like, share, and let me know what you thought.